Okay, how are we looking? I will get started when I've got confirmation that you can hear me and you can hear the game. And that there's nothing weird like I'm coming out of one ear or something. Good, I'm seeing a yes from Mystical Ace. Alright. Well, okay. So, I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these. I've definitely subscribed to every map except the co-op one. Yeah, YouTubers told me it's buffering. Why that would be? Voice quiet. Okay. I can definitely... Oh, apparently I can't boost my voice. Let's... Okay, well let's turn down the game a bit. So, hopefully by comparison you should be able to hear me a bit better. Alright, I'm going to switch to technical difficulties and see if I can get this to stream a little bit more smoothly, because it shouldn't be buffering so much. So I'll be back. Enjoy my technical difficulty screen. Okay. So here's the thing. I reckon what's happening is that Steam is downloading all of these maps and it's impacting the stream. YouTube tells me the stream quality is excellent. I did air quotes there. So yeah, we'll see if this works. And in theory, even if it's not working now, it should improve once Steam is finished. So, who's here? Because I've got things in this order. The first person who asks me to play their map, I will play their map. Alright, I saw a me from Mad Eye. We're playing the Primeval Atom. How's the audio, by the way? Is it still alright? I've had that issue on my laptop a lot. Okay, we're in the Primeval Atom by Mr. Lambda and Mad Eye. Although, from what I've heard, it's more Mad Eye and Mr. Lambda, but it's a partnership. Okay, portal gun here. Strange place for a portal gun. This map is fantastic, by the way. I have played this a bit. The stream freeze for anyone else? Stream video froze. Ugh. It's back, everything's back. Okay, the video's back. YouTube's just really helpfully telling me that the stream quality is excellent, and that's not very helpful when it, isn't being very excellent. Alright, cool. I'll just avoid pausing, or I'll try to. I like this cave. Oh. What on earth is this doing? Alright. We are back. Doing a slightly different capture this time. How are things this time? Can you see me? Not frozen or buffering. Just gonna wait for a little more confirmation. But hopefully the technical difficulties are over. Yeah, okay, cool. This is the Primeval Atom by Mad-Eye and Mr. Lambda. Take two, I guess. Alright, portal gun in a weird place. Now. Saying that all of the sound design stuff is done by Mr. Lambda, and may I say, Mr. Lambda did a very good job. I like a lot of the uses here, so there's some silhouette models there. I'm not really sure what offer a displacement. It's a displacement. Good. It's not just me with the game audio struggles. Everyone else too. Yeah, I was thinking. There we go. How about now? Turn the game down by a half. About the problem. Same. Let's turn that down, and let's turn it down in OBS as well. Audio output capture. Alright, how's that? Looking at my levels in OBS, seems better. Alright, how about now? No, don't restart. Much better. Okay, good. Okay, so let me repeat myself so that you can hear me this time. Alright, I was saying I like this cave, and according to Mad-Eye, a lot of the sound design was done by Mr. Lambda, who I think did a very, very good job. I was then commenting on very nice use of props here, like those silhouette props there, and this, which I wondered whether it was a model or a displacement, but I assume it's a displacement, or just brushwork. Very nice. I love me some off-grid mapping. And yeah, very nice colour as well. I've played this map a couple of times now, and that always just spins me around. I'm not really sure why. I always do that too, where I jump off before actually placing a portal. Yes, I have played this one before. If you've not played this map before, you're in for a treat. There's some good stuff here. Yeah, it's a very good ravine. Just a really nice shape overall. Because really, at the end of the day, there's not much in it. Like, there's some very, very well-crafted cave walls, but then it's a lot of the same silhouette prop and a bunch of cables. And I'm not going to list every prop, it's going to make it sound like loads, but, you know, for a detailed area. Yes, I do enjoy off-grid mapping. Warning about buffering, apparently. The stream's going to be buffering right now. As I say, it should sort itself out. Just hanging around here, waiting for comments about the buffering. YouTube's giving me errors, which, as I say, I'm pretty sure are just Steam. Oh, apparently not. Alright, good, no buffering. Okay, yeah, with regards to off-grid mapping, because I've seen some comments about it, off-grid mapping is not hard. It's the same as on-grid mapping, except when you compile, things end up off-grid, and what I mean by that is, if you set things, so something like this, I probably wouldn't do this as an instance unless I was blocking things out. If I was blocking things out and I was like, I want a bridge over here, but I don't want to bother decorating it yet, I'd do it as an instance. I'd put the origin maybe there, because your origin for an instance is going to be the rotation point. That's how instances work. You rotate things around the instance origin. I wouldn't use the instance origin entity, because I've had it not work. Like, I think it's possible it may just be set up in Hammer, but not actually for the compiler. So, like, it'll make the instance appear in the right place in the editor, but then when you compile, it'll be offset. So yeah, just put the origin of your instance at the point you want to rotate it around. So say like there or right at the corner there, I'd probably do. And then you can build this perfectly on grid and aligned in its own VMF file. But then in your overall VMF file, you just rotate the instance. And then, yeah, you can sort of line things up. You don't have to be that precise about it. I think probably here, from judging from things, this is probably more of a vertex tool job and then some rotation, just because things line up fairly well. Yeah, the thing about instances, don't collapse them. Collapsing instances causes problems, but using instances does not. Well, it does, because there's some things about instances that are straight up just not fully implemented, but, you know, you can work around that. I've seen some comments about buffering, and the stream is telling me that it's got some poor connection, so... We may just want to wait that out a bit. Alright, this is a very, very nice looking map, especially for how I'm told it was somewhat rushed. If you can get up there, so I doubt it. Yeah. Somewhat rushed because there was a yeah, but collapsing instances means that there was no point in using an instance in the first place. So, you know. Yes, Frosty, I have made many maps that are almost entirely instances. One for this competition, in fact. I have subscribed to that, and I'm happy to do a sort of developer commentary on it later, if there's time. I have a question about this. Is this named lights, or is this teleporting? We shall see. This room is amazing, and I will point out a few things I love about it. One thing I don't is that light glow, it's a bit bright. This bit of brushwork here, that's all brushwork, that's astonishing, I love it. It's one of my favourite sights that I've just seen in a map. It's great. Just stunning, fantastic work. Named light, oh no. You know, you can, instead of naming lights, you can have, if you don't want to teleport the player, you can teleport the walls. I sent an example of it to Thinking of Portals a while ago. I can, yeah. Yeah, the problem with named lights, just for anyone who doesn't know, the way lighting works in the source engine is that it basically ray traces the lighting ahead of time, like at compile time, and then paints it onto the walls. So that shadow isn't really being cast by that. It was just pre-calculated onto basically another texture layer over the top of everything called a light map, and then painted on. And the thing about named lights is every time you create a named light or a light that turns on and off, it has to use an entirely new light map. I'm not sure if it means an entirely new light map for the whole map, or just for that surface, or just for like that local area, or the area affected by that light. But it basically, it would be like pressing a button and switching every single texture in the map for another one. And you can kind of, I hope you can imagine that that's quite inefficient. Because if you can't, let me tell you, it's inefficient. You know, Source does not have real-time ray tracing. And yeah, that's what VRAD does. That's why, okay, it just makes new light maps for affected faces. But I will say, if you do have a light with a high constant, that's going to be a lot of affected faces. But yes, that's why VRAD takes ages, because it is literally just ray tracing the lighting. It's also why, if you set up a Funk brush on a... if you set up a Funk brush that's parented to a panel, for example, that's usually the reason this happens. Then it starts somewhere dark. Then what's going to happen is it's going to have all the light baked onto it, as if it's in that dark place. And then when you move it out of that dark place, it's still going to have the dark stuff on it because it's literally just textured onto it. So, fun. Also, Frosty just pointed out that this area reminds them of the big collider thing from the Spider-Verse, and I completely agree. It's very, very good. I just love how that looks. That's just excellent brushwork. All right. By the way, I'm aware that is an exploit. I'm not going to be using that. It's just a bunch of no portal, or you know, imported textures that don't have the. How did that happen? Huh. Well, let's try that again. No, not that one. I like this as well. You know, that face stands out really well from the background. Good sort of level design there. This is 2 Desolation developers as well. I'm not saying this looks like Desolation, because it doesn't. I'm saying that it's of that quality. Oh, does it look like something in Terminator Genesis? I've not seen Terminator Genesis. I've only seen good Terminator films. I really like this as well as a little puzzle. This is actually an environmental puzzle with like a nice catch. It's not just locate the portal surface. It's locate the portal surface and then think about it. Yes, if you are getting buffering, that is to be expected. YouTube's telling me that it's not getting enough. I think we're just going to have to deal with it, frankly. Hello. Isn't that rude? It's nervous. Don't be shy. God, it's just such a nice view, isn't it? Anyway, anyone who hasn't seen this map and wants to experience it for themselves, this is your warning. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. That is the fling, I assume. All right. Okay. Lab Play is apparently watching on a phone and it's lagging quite badly on that. Yeah, YouTube tells me that it will be lagging a bit. And as I say, I think the reason for that is either just my rubbish internet, or it is Steam downloading stuff. Either way, there's not really much I can do on my end, so all I'm going to do is charge through. So, anyone want to see the punchline? I mean conclusion. I don't think I would consider this wasted just because it's used for a cage light joke. I think if anything, the kind of confidence to use this for a kind of very short joke for this, it's almost made funnier by the effort. If that makes sense. Like the high effort put into this it turns it into not just a joke that's like, haha, funny cage light, it's also a joke on the people who made it. So it's kind of like mapping slapstick. That's my perspective anyway. Alright, I'm now opening the map play lottery. Next person to ask me to play their map will get their map played. Yeah, it's a really cool set piece. That's the other thing. It is just a cool map. Like, well done, good job, cool map. It'd be nice if there was maybe more of a kind of story to it, because it's kind of just a stroll and then a punchline. But what can you do? It was made very fast as a bonus entry. Alright. Jade Skier, that's Transitional Ascent, is it not? Yes. I'm interpreting moi as play mine, so yep. Roy, you didn't make a map. Sit down. Oh, and hello, Demon. Yes, I do actually have some tea in front of me. I have some decaf. I also have a soft drink, though, and the tea's actually got a bit cold. But we're not talking about that. So, I have played this one before. I don't remember it very well, I will say. Just reading the chat for a minute. Alright then. Bye, Strax. Good luck with the judging. Oh, good. Okay. Alright, we're on Transitional Ascent by Jade Skier. Please correct me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. We start off in this kind of Portal 1-y area, I guess. Mainly because of those pipes and the straight back tubes. I like it, it's nice. There's some good stuff happening here. This map is extremely popular, by the way. This has absolutely just done the rounds on the workshop. And, you know, obviously you get your comments from people with the whole, oh, well, it's easy and short, therefore the workshop loves it. But, you know, you've also got to make a decent map. I do, yes, I do have Jade Skier, okay. I do have some gripes with this, to be fair, like, I'm stuck now, right? Like, is there any way for me to get off this other than die? I mean, I guess I can try and do that. Well, that worked. I'm not sure if that's reliable. Anyway, there are one or two other things in this map I remember having a bit of an issue with, but I don't remember what they are currently, so we'll get to them. It is a good map, though. I like the kind of orange panels. I sort of think it might be better, because I assume that it's orange and pink as a theme. I think it almost might be better to focus in on one of them more than the rest. Like, it's let me think. So it's well done, overgrown. You know, there's some nice destruction. There's some nice kind of logic behind the destruction. But I'm not sure if destruction was necessarily the best route to take. Because for focusing on a colour, the sort of huge amount of green that introduces kind of interferes with it, maybe? Ah, there's some issues when I die, particles stop loading. I will not die then. I will simply not die. Oh, I like the cables there. Could do with some ant lines as well. Am I getting... is there buffering happening for lots of people? So I can, well, I don't know what I can do about it, but, you know. I don't see why it would be happening, is the thing. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna press on. Also, yeah, sorry, I'm slightly colorblind. If that's yellow and not orange, then yeah. Just translate what I say into what the color actually is. So, okay. Yep, nice. And straightforward. Do this. Oh yeah, and then I take it through here, and then because it's a monoportal, I can just get it back. Nice. Yeah, so we've got yellow. Yeah, the comments are always going to be desynced. It's a live stream. And then we've got yellow, orange, or possibly green panels. I don't think they're green. And then pink light. So I guess it's good to have the color follow that logic. Oh, never mind. Well. You see, lots of people have the debate over whether those panels are ceramic or metal, but the real big brain debate is over whether they're ceramic or wood. Okay, so it's a warmer yellow close to orange, apparently. All right. Oh, for those. Oh, actually, that's quite a nice bit of floor. I would have made it circular. Yeah. For those sort of pipes, it's for things like that where it's just a direct thing. It might be better to use like a view control and a path rather than a trigger push, just because that's kind of. Can I walk through this? No. Now. Oh. Okay. Alright. Now I know this technically isn't a custom fizzler, but it, you know, walks like a duck, talks like a duck, well, quacks like a duck. It's a custom fizzler. And we all know my opinion on custom fizzlers, but we live with what we're given, and we move on. Oh, this was it. There are 1 or 2 points in this map where there's a faith plate right in front of the entrance, and if you jump on it without setting things up in advance, you just die. Which, not my favourite design, because I think pretty much everyone walks in and just gets immediate tunnel vision, goes, wow, boing, and then, you know, it's not really fast enough to do much about it. But, yeah. Good destruction, still. I still think the destruction possibly... Ooh. Friend. Is that glass? Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, I do think the destruction and the fact that it's overall quite green and quite distinctive, and also kind of dirties the colours, kind of interferes with them, because they're quite bright. Oh, do I have music off? I do have music off. Oh yeah, got music. Huh. Well, that's rude. I thought I discovered like a Ratman den or something. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, like the destruction's quite nice, but the destruction kind of draws focus, and since they're quite bright and cartoony colours, it, I don't know, seems like a clash. So there's an obvious stract, and there's an impassable. What is any of this? I mean, okay. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Is it meant to be? I definitely don't normally have music off. I just must have turned it off for some reason. And not turned it back on. I've not been at this computer for a few months. You have to get into it a certain way. Well, I mean, from where I can see, like from up here and down there and everything, that's the certain way. But it's like, is that just a, you know, that's just, I mean, hang on, I can see the way. Give me a second. Oh yeah, of course. So I assume that's the way in. Yeah. Oh, it's TWP, hello. But you know, like, you can see the portal surface from over there. Alright, well, let's move on. Yeah, it's a very nice destruction, and I think maybe you could implement the theme a little better, but oh well. Okay, it does give you, okay, playing the campaign without music, it does give you a nice chance to listen to the lovely soundscapes, but it denies you of a nice chance to listen to the lovely music. Okay, I have solved this one before. Let me just try and remember how. Oh yeah, yeah. Not that one. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, there's another. Very simply, another cube dropper. Alright. Hey. He's lined up. Come on. Okay, maybe if I paid attention. I'm trying to read the chat at the same time as flinging myself through a portal. Not very good for the old cranial integrity. Okay, through we go. Ah, now we have Chamber 18, never heard of it. I assume that's what this puzzle's called. Ah. Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. This isn't the dual portal device. Ah, there we go. Are we getting up to the faceplate change? Right. Done. Thank you. I always, whenever I get like a dual portal device, I always just momentarily forget that that's what's happened. So I'm just like, oh, I can place two portals now? Doesn't sound right. Sounds fake to me.
Who are you?
I have no memory of playing this map. Oh, is that a thing? Oh, now I have memory of playing this map. Okay, that portal surface wasn't obvious. I just placed a portal there because I thought it was probably. I thought that's pretty much all I could do. Yes, I now remember why I didn't think I'd played that one before. Is because I kind of did that immediately. Yeah, I've seen in the chat people talking about getting confused by the puzzle in this. And yeah, the sort of custom fizzler. I mean, this is the eternal problem with custom fizzlers, is that it's just not very obvious what they do unless you explain it, and if you do explain it, that's boring and no one cares. Just don't use them. You just don't need them. I think the turrets being there is just the kind of like, here, put those through that pipe. Also, this is interesting because I played this on my laptop before, and the particles just straight up didn't show up, and I was quite annoyed by them. I was annoyed with the map for it because it made it really unclear what I could do, which was interesting. All right. And then remembering where the things. Okay. Why are there no portal surfaces over here? What's that button do? Okay. Yep, if you're getting buffering, the stream is misbehaving, so I'm not surprised. Right. All right. This puzzle, I will say, there's a lot of puzzles in this map where I feel like it's been less about like a focus on any of the elements and more just like do the first thing that seems obvious, or like place some portals around the place, and then the test solves itself, and you've just got to kind of work out why. But yeah, okay. I'm going to keep going with the stream. I'm aware it may be buffering for a few people, but I want to be in bed before 3 AM, so sorry. I'm not convinced I solved this one right when I did it the first time. Said I don't remember how I solved it the first time, so we'll find out. Did I do it right? Let's see. And now where? Nah, wrong one. People who've seen me play this game recently will tell you that I just apparently can't tell my left from my right and keep placing the wrong portal. No. That's not let's do it at all. There we go. Well, I mean, you get better at puzzle design by designing puzzles, so you're on the right track. Oh yeah, this one is like cool, but I think it could do with some more setup, especially, you know, biased because I was on my laptop where I didn't have particles, so I didn't really know what was happening. And by the way, this is another faith plate where if you jump on it without setting that up, you just fall in the goo and die. Like you could very easily just have that be a platform out here, like even a glass platform, and then below it you could sort of see the goo, and it sort of signals that that's a failure state, but it doesn't literally kill you like it did me. So it's just a bit unforgiving, basically. Oh yeah, it's a bit weird that you've got to press the button on that faith plate. Yeah. This one's another one. The kind of fancy lights and stuff kind of signals, congratulations, you've won, there's nothing more to do. You know, it's a celebration, and I'm going to look at what's actually happening. Very nice. That's quite pretty as well. But yeah, so what it does is it sort of puts you in like, well, hey, I've won mode. Pretty. But it means that I didn't react quickly enough when placing the portals. I mean, execution challenges are always a bit, yeah, in a puzzle game anyway, aren't they? But yeah. But yeah, well done, and well done on the map's success. It's done very, very well. All right, I'm going to open the poll now. The exit to queue. Getting through this quickly. Who next? It's basically the person with the best internet gets their map played first. Lots of dead air on this stream because it's late and I'm trying to think about solving puzzles. And do you know what? Internet connection is not a puzzle I intended to solve this evening. All right, you know what? I'm just going to start playing through them in order. If anyone needs to go to bed or something, or has a specific request, then let me know and I'll play your map next. But I'm just going to start going through them in order. Yep, I also died on the quick portal placement. Yeah, basically I just think that map could do with a few more ways to be a little bit forgiving. Sorry, Mr. Gold. I'm already... I got bored of waiting, and by bored I mean bored. So, I'm not saying that this is obviously industrial inspired, but this is obviously industrial inspired. There's also lots of things with... I mean, it's interesting. This was another one where I don't really see what the colour is. I mean, there's purple or possibly blue fog, but I don't really think that counts as a map about a colour. Like, I guess the brief was feature it in a notable way. I will say, though, fog is not that notable. Like, it's fog, you know? Oh. Yes, oh yeah, and that glass could definitely do with being, wow, with, did the cube press the button or something, or did the button just take that long to reset? Alright, let's take the cube down. Here's a good start. I've solved this before. Like, oh, bloody portal is find the portal surface puzzle. Fair enough. I can indeed find the portal surface. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean this was obviously industrial inspired because of the purple fog, although I don't know if it's blue. Yeah, it was partly those props, those diagonal props, and also, spoiler alert, at the end of this map, Lassie does thank the Desolation team for inspiration, so, you know, it's likely is what I'm saying. Okay, and now I do... Yes, now I remember. Le boing boing. Okay. There? Probably not there. Just as a guess. Now, there's a few sort of secrets in this map, as in... Literally, you can, like, where am I? Oh. Oh, this is just the exit, okay. Yeah, like there. There's a secret button there and you can get to it with that funnel. But it didn't seem to do much. I sort of assume you need to get to multiple of them from several of these chambers. Hold on a minute. Am I being thick? I'm being thick, like this. I've literally solved this before. Where is the bloody portal surface that I'm missing? Oh! Hey, guess what? I was being thick. I didn't say anything about this map having purple fog and therefore looking like industrial. That didn't happen. These buttons take forever to reset. Oh shit, that's, well, hurrah, I guess. Can you just, come on. Is that a sprite on the button as well? That's just a bit strange. There's a small Easter egg at the end, thank you for telling me. No, that's not going to be it, is it? Oh, I'm silly again. It's alright, it's alright. It's the same problem as before, I'm simply thick. Oh, and also I can do that, which is the other way to get this over. No, hang on, yeah, no. That is how you do this, alright. Wait, is the solution here literally like funnel carrying? That's a little strange, I will say. No. Execute, please. Thank you. The other thing about the colour correction and the fog is, is that conversion gel? Because the lighting makes it unclear. Oh yeah, I would really appreciate a timer to actually indicate the time on that. Because as is, it doesn't really, like, okay, I'll demonstrate what I mean. So you have to ride up here for as high as you can, and then drop. But the fact that the timer is so vague means that without practice you can't easily, like, oh, silly. Oh, no. Oh, yes, fantastic. That needs to be on there. Oh, don't do that. Strange squawky bird sound. That's fine. I mean, that's barely cheating it. That's just removing some annoyance and some fat. Alright. There's a small Easter egg at the end if I get all things. Look, frankly, I'm not going to do that. Well, I mean, well, I guess I got what I deserved. Oh good, there's also save. I know Lassie didn't design these puzzles, but there is a certain amount that level design can do to affect puzzle design, and I know that because I did that on the Midas exhibition. Basically everything wrong with the puzzles in those maps is my fault, not Demon's. I feel quite bad for that because everyone sort of blames Demon for it. Yeah, there's some faff in this one. This is the main thing, is that... Can't see, this is the other one. I deliberately ran quite slowly through that because every time I did that I just went purpling off the edge, so I could do with it space there. Right, now let's remember how this works. That on there. That on there. Oh yeah, just I do that. And then I'm not... Again, there's just stuff like... This doesn't look like it is definitely enough space for that. Like, it looks like... Since there's more floor there than there is gel, it doesn't look like you've got the full run-up. So, like, it looks like you need more run-up than you get. No. I remember this. Oh, yeah. We don't want that one there, do I? There! You, please. You, please. Thank you. Okay, so now I can do that, and that, and yeah, it's another slightly incomplete ramp, but oh well, it works, and I know it works because I quick saved and tried it. And then, oh, I need a cube, so, oh yeah, ah! That exact thing happened. Wow, there's quite a stream delay, looks like. Oh well. It's good to see Demon in the chat. We'll do a Midas exhibition developer commentary at some point. Well, I will. I assume Demon will be in the chat. Alright. Are there any more? Man, I forgot how bad I am at puzzle solving, how much I dislike doing it on stream. Like, I don't think it's got much to do with the quality of... Come on. I don't think it's got much to do with the quality of puzzles, just... You know, it's nearly midnight, or however late it is at this point, and I've got through 2 maps. No, hang on, that's not what I want to do. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna... Next map I do is gonna be a less puzzly one, or one that's less time consuming at least. To give my poor brain a rest. I don't... Oh, here's a fun tidbit. One of Demon's original pitches for a light bridge puzzle for the Midas exhibition involved a similar move to that. And we decided against it because it was fiddly. Demon came up with some very interesting... Oh yeah, with some very interesting puzzle ideas, not all of which made it into the map. It was a real pleasure to work on. I'm very excited to see what the judges think, as I'm sure all of the participants are. But yeah, I mean, pretty good map. I mean, I don't see what the colour was. I mean, I do see what the colour was. It was purple and or blue. But yeah, I don't know if I'd count that as being about to colour. All right. Now, apologies, but I am going to skip credits because we have way more test chambers to get through. All right. Let's do... Who's here? Mystical's here. Let's do Mystical's. This one is Mystical Ace's map. Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, this puzzle solving on camera thing. I'm hoping this one's a bit shorter. I can do it, but it's not where my brain's usually at. It's just making me kind of grumpy, which means I'm just kind of nitpicking at this point. Just going, oh, I'd rather have that be more visible, or oh, I fall off the edge here if I do that. Which I don't, that's not the vibe I like. You know, I like the vibe of, I don't know. What vibes do I like? What vibes does anyone like? Okay, so that does that. That's fun. I like that as a kind of, oh, well, fine. So I need another cube. So, oh, well that'll do. I have another cube. Fantastic. By the way, I quite like this staircase, the kind of like slightly destroyed thing. Like it's slightly harder to walk through, but who gives a shit? It's fun, isn't it? Hey. Okay. There, and hopefully that's pointing in the right direction. And oh, is that it? Thank you. That was a much kinder map. I don't want to be conflating difficult with good or easy with good, by the way. Like, obviously I'm kind of more in the mood for easy puzzles right now and most of the time. It doesn't necessarily reflect the quality of the thing. Yeah, I'm reading through these chat messages. There is a full like couple of minutes delay on these, so I'm going to be responding to these extremely late. Apologies, but anyway, who else is here? Frosty and Panther Dev were here at some point. Apologies if it's taken a while, but and also apologies if you've had to go to bed or something. I would not blame you, especially if you're in my time zone. I like that YouTube sent me an email to tell me I'm live, or like live on your channel. It would, you know, it would be quite scary to get that if I was just out on the bus. So this is quite pink, I believe. Again, I'm a bit colourblind. This competition was a bit mean, frankly. This is a slightly mean topic, just for me specifically. All right. I have played this one. I played this one yesterday, I think, and yeah, it was all right. It was all right. It looks better than it plays, if that makes sense. You know, it's clear the focus was on visuals here. Some nice Panther Dev monitors. There's some sort of nice ambience here, and there's some nice kind of visuals. I like that use of that prop, by the way. Yeah, some nice dense detailing. I assume this is another one where the color is just kind of the fog, and like, I think that interpretation of the theme is fine, where like you've just kind of made the map look that color, you know, like made with the fog and the color correction and stuff. I kind of prefer the maps where the color informs stuff, or like like the color doesn't necessarily need to like inform the gameplay, but you know, if your color is pink, like if it's just an office but there's pink fog for some reason, I'm not sure that's quite as good as like something like, I guess, Border World, where it's, you know, a kind of purpley blue. Again, I'm colorblind. But is that because it's a different world? It's an entire setting. It's not just like, look, it's a lab behind the scenes area. A nice behind the scenes area, by the way. A really detailed one. But yeah, it's just kind of, and also there's pink. That's just my take though. Oh yeah, also this map being symmetrical, I see the idea, but it does just mean that when I'm going up one side, I feel like I need to go up the other side too, because otherwise I'm going to be missing something. I remember the thing here. I walked into that room and I just looked everywhere but the wall that has that button for some reason. Yeah. Oh, I should have placed a portal in there before going back and doing this. I like how the colour correction changes your portal colour as well. It's subtle, but it's quite nice. Thank you. Last time I did that, I had to. Oh, I remember that really confused me actually, because I thought because this is quite a tight space and this lines up with the portal surface that's behind this wall. I do remember that I got yeah, I got a bit confused because the kind of ghost indicator lined up a bit too perfectly. So I guess offsetting that might be a better idea for some future map. Again, the symmetrical layout is like cute, but it's not the best for gameplay. No, okay. But yeah, this is pretty. It's nice. And then this little mined out cave area doesn't make much sense, but it doesn't need to. It's pretty. Oh yeah, also the Mad Eye brushwork desk. I've just seen that comment. Yes. Yeah, nice map. All right. Who is here? Lambda core. Did Border World, right? Maybe. I'm just going to play maps at random at this point unless someone specifically tells me otherwise. This map is I'm pretty sure this isn't a bonus entry, so this one is I think a contender for top place. It's I mean, you can already tell, very pretty, and also it has quite an interesting puzzle I quite liked. I'm not sure why you don't start on there, and also why there's portal guns over there, but you know. So this thing, I'm just going to respawn the cube. Takes a while. Like it could stand to be a little faster, but it's cool, isn't it? Look at that. I assume this is made by more of a. I assume this has been made by more of a MapLabs regular than a Thinking of Portals regular. That's the vibe I get, certainly. Yeah, so I like the puzzle here. It did take me a minute to solve it. And by minute, obviously, I mean while. But firstly, I like that as a visual. You know, it's a very strong kind of central element, and then to have the center, and then to have it also be the center of the puzzle is very cool. So yeah, let me remember this. Because yeah, so you set up your portal and cube, and then since that's visible from everywhere on the map, you can do that. And now I want that there, and this here, and yeah. Oh yeah, this was one of my nitpicks about this, is that signage, I wouldn't rely on signage for things, because that blends into the environment a bit too well for me. But, you know, as I say, a bit of a nitpick. Alright, let me just remember how to do this. Oh yeah. Cube, please. So yeah, the catch here is that no matter how gently you put it down, it's gonna boing. Oh, thanks, Matt. I just said Border World and Midas tied for my favourite, hands down. I mean, if you've got two things you can't decide with, I don't think you can put your hands down. I think at that point you're tied between two options. Oh, I didn't realise you gave up there. That's neat. I don't think that matters to the puzzle. It's very good, you know. Alright, see you, Mystical. Good night or morning or afternoon or whatever it is. Truman show. Yeah, this is a really good map. Like, it looks really pretty, and the puzzle is neat as well. Let's see if I can remember how to solve it. think I remember. Because it's that and then... Yeah, because I can do that. But then also... I can do this. What's up with this? Ow! And then... that and oh, hang on. This, I want that there, and I want no. Let me get this right in my head. I remember. So it was something like. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. So I need to clear some gel off here so I can put the cube in the line of that, and then I can have the portal there and then there. Okay. So it is a case of that. Oh yes, and then because I can use the fade plate. Oh, is that thing known to bounce you? Okay. That's good. Okay. I've not played. I played Half-Life 2. Not played the episodes. I've not played Half-Life 1 or Black Mesa. So feel free to, I don't know, be furious. Oh, I like that mixed technology, by the way. The aperture thing with the alien gubbins. Damn it, why do I not remember how to solve this map? Oh, unless it's that. Which I believe it might be. Oh yeah, it was. That's what it was. You can tell it was that because it's an autosave. Alright, and now for that and that and that. And then here and oh yeah. That one goes there, that one goes there. I can go up here and do that, and then I can go through. Yeah, because then I can do that, and it's still powered, but then I can do that, and it clears the rest of the thing. And I should be able to go through. Oh, piss. Well. Yeah, then I can go back to there. I think. If I had a criticism of this map, it would be that there are a few places where it could definitely stand to... there are a few places where I think the sightlines could be made a little clearer, just to make, like, the intended... So, like, back there, the sightline from there to there is kind of obscured by this wall, and I'm not certain it needs to be. This is 100% on grid. I mean, oh yes, so it is. Oh, that one's not. Yeah, okay, so this is instances. Instances or skip brushes, I assume. I was going to say, you're sort of biased by starting at an angle, but yeah. So I guess all of that is on grid, and then, well, hang on, I can test. Yeah, fizzlers have stupid bounding boxes. As I'll point out in the Midas exhibition. So if that fizzler must be rotated right, because otherwise it would be detecting my portal shots by the bounding box for some stupid reason. So that one, that's off-grid, but I assume it's an instance, right? Yeah, all right. I'll show you a map that's mostly off-grid. All right, and yeah, this is the end of the map. Boing. Very, very good map. Definitely. Wow, that is a long delay. It has been a long time since I said gubbins. But yes, it is an excellent word. Alright, who's still here? I think we've sort of run out of people who are actually here at this point. Look, I'm not in the mood for hard puzzles. I know Mike Astro designed the puzzle on that one, so I'm sorry to say I may not play that tonight. Oh, I'm going to play Blacklight. And I know I did just say that I don't like hard puzzles. Well, I'm not in the mood for hard puzzles. But I half understand this one, and I remember I know this one for being notoriously difficult and obtuse. Some would say to a fault. Slurp. But I played this, and I solved it quite quickly, but I couldn't explain in words how. So, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. You've got two light states. When the UV light is on, you can see one cube and not the other, when the black light is on, that is. And, okay, so my understanding here was that that ant line is visible when the black light is on, and that one's visible when it's off. So when it's, and so basically you've got to put the visible cube on the visible ant line, and that seemed to track. So then visible cube, visible ant line. So that I was like, yeah, with you. Also, the fact that just point out something. The button's over there. The last button you're going to put a cube on is there, probably, and then you walk out of the door this way. So you're going to be facing that way. So then, even though the arrows are on the ground, everyone I've seen has gone to this door first. And I think that's probably why. I do like the kind of backstage aesthetic here. We know how I feel about custom fizzlers. In fact, I believe this is a V-Physics clip fizzler. And I'm pretty sure that ripples texture is just a grid of squares, right? It's ripples texture and then... yeah. I'm trying to remember how the shader works. Anyway, I do like this custom button, by the way. I feel like I should make that clearer. Okay, so this one was where I got a bit confused. So I don't understand... Okay, so hang on. So this cube is on this button, which activates that fizzler, which is fair enough, because when the black light is on, this cube is visible, that ant line is visible. Bosh, that makes sense, yeah. So this does nothing because the ant line isn't visible, so this cube won't affect it. So I'm going to turn this on, and now the fizzler is deactivated, so I can take this out. So that makes sense, yeah, visible cube, visible ant line. That makes sense, visible cube, visible ant line. So if I remember right, it's that, and then turn this off, and the button is locked in that state. Oh, so this doesn't press it, but it does keep it down, which means that it's being held down, which keeps the fizzler, which keeps that button pressed. So even though this was the one that activated it, yeah, I get it. And then visible cube, visible ant line there. I think that is a slightly obtuse concept. Like, I got it when I first played this because it kind of intuitively made sense. But, like, I got it intuitively, but I don't know, from what I've seen, it's not intuitive to most people. Alright, Roy, enjoy your food. Okay, we are going to play Chords of Grain next, because it has been requested. Chords of Grain. I don't think I've played this one, so... Yeah, Demon, I think I agree. It's a cool concept, but not explained as well as it probably needs. Well, that's interesting. Oh, hang on, I remember. I know Nika who did this bit of music, right? Yeah, very pretty. I've noticed in this competition a lot of people putting sprites on test elements, so... Oh, is there a sprite on each side of this cube? Yes. Okay, that's a bit much. But yeah, things like sprites on buttons and things like that. I'm not sure about that conceptually, but I mean, it is what it is. And more custom fizzlers, yay. Time to work out what these ones do. Sorry, look, I'm sure your custom fizzler puzzle is lovely. I just hate custom fizzlers. That's just my bias. That's me. That's the audience that you're playing to here. This is an interesting combination of styles. I think, you know, it's not sure whether it works or not. I think the sprites on it are a little much. It's a very chill atmosphere. I like the crops. Alright, now. This isn't going to get hard, is it? Because that's simply unacceptable. Okay. Oh yeah, because there's a lag spike when you start light bridges because it is loading that particle, right? That particle effect. Yeah, grey outlines are locked. Yeah, okay, the stream is so far behind right now that people are still commenting to give me advice on the previous map, while I'm halfway through Chords of Grain, or I'm some way through Chords of Grain. Okay, so I don't. Okay, so someone's talked about it being two worlds, but it's not two worlds. It's a blacklight being turned on and off. I think because it's not two different worlds. Like it's about visibility, so I can totally understand. Well, it's about visibility and corporality. You know what I mean? Being solid. So when the light's on, one cube is solid and visible, the other one's not. But it still affects buttons. I guess, yeah, I think you need a better analogy for it. Because your analogy right now is blacklights. But that's not how blacklights intuitively work. And also, clearly people aren't reading it as blacklights. So maybe finding a different framing device or like fictional whatever would be helpful. Okay, well now I need a cube. How do I get a cube? Oh, there's a cube. It's probably how I get a cube, isn't it? I like when I get comments about specific things I made, because it gives me a rough estimate for how far behind the chat is. The answer is quite far behind. Yeah, I'm just getting comments about there being sprites on every side of the cube and about Nika doing the music, so yeah. That's your estimate for how late it is that I'm getting your comments. So if you're typing in chat to, no, wait, don't do that, it's probably falling on deaf ears, I'm afraid. So I assume that's gonna... Oh, well, that's a challenge, isn't it? Oh, yeah, that. So need both activated. Cool, I'm through. Yeah, you see, the thing is, these are basically laser puzzles, and these things are basically doors, so just have them be doors. Like, it's making me think that, firstly, it's slightly nauseating to look at, and second, it's making me think that it's some kind of important test element I need to be considering. Just please make it a door. And again, this isn't like objective, you must do this or else your map is bad. This is obviously my preference, but it's not informed by nothing. You know, I have reasons for that preference. Oh, that's fun. Cube in this. And now there's a cube. Oh, Christ. Well, I mean, I have a cube now at least. seen that, seen other people have a similar issue there. Oh. Alright, Madite, see ya. If you do return. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stream for, but we will see if you're here when I get back. So now, those two, and now, yeah, oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, then I won't. Oh, keep out. Well, this is clearly the way to go. Going by Doctor Who rules here. Oh. Aww. This is the second map that's given me cake. That's lovely. Ah yeah, music by Nike. Nice, yeah. Nice map. Obviously cursed by custom fizzlers, but whatever. Okay. Right. Alright, I've got a couple I want to play. Anyone else here who has a map that's not been played yet? And I'm going to sit back and take a drink because I know how long the bloody stream delay is. So, it's difficult to have half a conversation because I'm filling time while you wait for my conversation to catch up. What the heck did the stream just do? The stream just skipped forward 5 minutes. Oh, well that will explain why everyone's so bloody far behind. Has it skipped as in caught up, or has it skipped as in just cut out that bit of the stream? So if it's cut out that bit of the stream, I'm happy to go back and watch and play it again. Try and repeat my commentary. Huh. I guess the stream probably cut out or something. Okay, let me... Alright, still there. I guess some people just caught up, I guess. Because, yeah, the delay has been massive. Are we... for people who are watching the stream, is it now back on the menu screen with transformation selected? Okay, you can hear me. God, this stream has been a real technical difficulty palaver, hasn't it? Last time I did this, it was much more, there was some technical difficulties at the start, and then it was just a fun ride. Well, 2 fun rides. No one showed up for the second one, though. Menu screen now. Alright, cool. Yes, trace amounts of time travel indeed. I'm going to play Transformation, because... I don't know, because it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, puzzle solving is hard. I've played this one before though. I love these flower props. Apparently they're from CSGO. I'm going to have to get on that and steal them wholesale. Now, I like that turret is there. That turret is pointless, but... Well, it's not pointless. That turret doesn't necessarily do anything, but what it does do is it tells you, hey, you're going to have to... you're going to have to block some turret line of sight with light bridges here. Or, like, it makes it obvious to the player, hopefully, that that behaviour exists. Also, I like... does the refraction shader do it in screen space and then just kind of order it weirdly, because it refracts things that are in front of it. Do you know what? In response to, wow, the stream is suddenly like 60 FPS and really nice, I feel like Steam has probably now finished downloading all of these fucking maps. Have I not been swearing very much this stream? I usually swear a lot more than I have. I feel like I have been. Alright. And this is cute, by the way. The falling thing. I wish I could get a better look at those panels. So it's that one, and there's one down there. But then there's also that one, and there's one in here. I wouldn't be surprised if the panel models are invisible. Yes, that is exactly how I would do it. Alright, well I'm glad the stream works now. That's nice. That is always good. Where do I want to be? I want to be up. I want to be where the people are. Ah! I don't want to be killed. Oh yeah. Alright, see you, demon. No, I won't say the fuck word anymore. Alright, see you, demon. I will ping you if I talk about the Midas exhibition. Okay, that's good to know, Team Spen. Yeah. Right, so, I don't think it is a light strip texture, actually. I think because they're off, I think it's either going to be using the glass, like the office glass shader, or it's going to be using the Conclan's like custom version. Well, you can't make better puzzles right now, but you know.
Trap yourself. Congratulations.
I've trapped myself. Have I trapped myself? How have I trapped myself? Oh yeah, because it's this. Yeah, Jade Skier, saying thanks for the map advice, but you can't make better puzzles, so we'll have to wait for now. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you can't make better puzzles right now, but you know how you get better at making puzzles is you make more puzzles. So, yeah, that would be my advice. yeah, nothing happens overnight. Like the people you see making great puzzles, like I know, like just as an example, Demon Arisen has probably more than half a decade, probably nearly a decade's worth of puzzle making experience. Most of the sort of regulars you see will have been making hammer maps for a similar amount of time. It just takes time. It takes time and experience and practice, and yeah, a willingness and an eagerness to learn, and yeah, keep at it. Again, I really like those flowers, and they're quite well used here as well. Yeah, decent map. I feel like my gripe about this is that I feel like it's not so much of a puzzle as it is a sequence of events. Like, you sort of, there's no catch. Like, you get the light bridge, and then you turn it around, and like there are a few places where it's like, oh, this is an interesting catch, but then you get there and there's just a portal surface that means that there's no catch, or you get there and there's a button that holds the door open or something like that. Where, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a very pretty map, and it does get the color in there. You know, the paint. Again, it is one of those slightly, it's a regular map, but we've added a color to it rather than we've built a map around a color kind of thing. It's a subtle distinction, but wow, it seems to be doing quite well. So shut my mouth, I guess. All right. Let's do buoyancy. I like buoyancy. It is a good map. Unless there is anyone else here whose map I haven't played. Yeah, no, that's fine. What time is it? Okay. We're making all right time, actually. Do you know what? I'm going to take a quick break, get some more tea, and I will resume in 15 minutes. Let's call it 15 minutes. Just to give some people a bit of time to stuff, and also to give me an opportunity to get some more tea. So, yeah. All right. Alright, it's getting quite late. I'm gonna call it here. I may pick up and do a second stream on this, to pick up on the maps that I've missed. There's definitely a few I'd like to talk about, and I would definitely be interested in doing a little developer commentary on my entry. But yes, for tonight that's going to be it. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. But ta-ra.